Hello friends, how are you? I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to learn this strategy. For the king, use spiky ball and earthquake boots. For the queen, use giant arrow and healer puppet. For the warden, use healing tom and eternal tom. For the royal champion, use any equipment you have. For the king, you can use any equipment along with earthquake boots. The level of earthquake boots doesn't matter. In this strategy, our main focus will be, first, to prevent the Yetis from dying, and second, to keep the witches alive, as they act as shields for the heroes. Since the warden's equipment includes healing tom and eternal tom, there will be no support for the troops until his ability is activated. Therefore, we'll use an apprentice warden and a heal spell to ensure the troops' HP doesn't get too low before using the warden's abilities. Let's move on to the tutorial. I will use the giant arrow to deal damage to the 2 scatter shots, 2 X-bows, and the eagle artillery. Then the queen will take down these buildings so that the troops don't move in that direction. After that, it's time to use the recall spell for the queen. The flame machine will also clear this area for us to prevent the troops from moving there. It's attack time. First the Yetis, then the witches, followed by the recalled queen and the apprentice warden, and finally the warden. I will use the king at the end. The reason for using the king last is so he can stay behind the troops, avoiding damage and saving his ability for later. Once the king reaches this spot, I'll use his ability. The royal champion will handle clearing the outer parts of the map. I'll use the jump spell here to give the troops access to the single target inferno.
Shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing.
I'll deploy a Yeti here to clear this part, so that after using the giant arrow, the queen won't get distracted and head in this direction. The giant arrow will deal significant damage to the eagle, town hall, and these 2 X-bows along its path. This works in our favor because when we use the king's earthquake ability, these buildings will either be destroyed easily or have very low HP. The area the queen will be clearing deals heavy damage to her, so I'll use an apprentice warden to assist in both destruction and boosting the queen's HP. Once the buildings are cleared, I'll use the recall spell on the queen and the apprentice warden. The flame flinger will be responsible for clearing this area. I'll deploy the troops in the same order as mentioned in the first attack. I'll use the jump spell to guide the troops toward the town hall. When the king reaches this position, it's the perfect time to activate his ability. I'll also deploy the royal champion from this area to clear the defensive buildings. I'll use the giant arrow to damage both the scattershot and X-bow, while also taking down several buildings at the lower part of the map. This will eliminate the need to use troops for pathing during the main attack. After using the giant arrow, I'll send in the queen, aided by a baby dragon, to clear this section. Clearing will be easier for the queen since the giant arrow has already weakened the scattershot and X-bow. Due to the heavy damage in this area, I'll also deploy an apprentice warden alongside the queen. Once she finishes clearing, I'll use the recall spell to bring back both the queen and the apprentice warden. The flame flinger will be responsible for clearing the opposite section. After the queen and flame flinger finish their parts, it's time for the main attack. We could have skipped using the queen to clear the upper part and just waited for the flame flinger to take down the eagle, then created the attack path from the bottom with troops. However, using the queen to clear the top while the flame flinger works is a great way to maximize time efficiency. Plus, we can use the giant arrow to set up a path without needing additional troops. I'll deploy the troops in the sequence I explained earlier. Once the troops advance a bit, it's time to use the jump spell. I'll deploy the royal champion with 2 witches to help clear out defensive buildings, while the witches take out outer buildings to keep the main force on track. When the king reaches these walls, I'll activate his ability to ensure the troops move in the right direction.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody is right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level. They think that work is too stressful, I think that work is essential. The grind is all in your mental, and I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah.